Greetings and welcome back to Drew's office. Today, we're delving into the wonderful world of Excel, where we turn raw data into actionable insights. Our dataset is a collection of movie franchises, each with its own set of sequels. With these carefully selected columns, we have a lot of trends that we can analyze here. For our first chart, we want to see the box office gross for each franchise across the past 2 decades. On the Insert tab, we'll choose a pivot chart. We'll insert the chart on this worksheet. We need to point to a cell. And because it's a pivot chart, Excel will build a pivot table in the background. And when we click on the chart, we get a panel with a list of fields. These fields just correspond to our column headings. We can build our chart by dragging the fields into these panel areas. Let's put a tick inside the franchise field. With a pivot chart, Excel will automatically apply grouping, which means that these 4 rows are recognized as part of the same franchise. These 3 rows for this franchise, the legend or series is going to be the release year. And then the thing we're trying to calculate goes into the values area. This will be the box office gross. Now, the idea with pivot tables and pivot charts is that we drag these fields around until we get the chart looking like wow. This is what happens when we drag the release year underneath the franchise field. If we want to see the gender balance, put a tick in this box. We can drag it as a legend. This is looking pretty cool. A really quick way to change the look of a chart is to choose from one of these quick layouts. Let's see what the data looks like as a line chart. We should probably remove the data labels. Give the chart a title. We need to know what the lines actually mean. Let's add a vertical axis and a title to go with it. With line charts, sometimes the drop lines look pretty wow. Now, because we've removed the data labels, if we did want to know the precise value, we get insights by hovering our mouse over any point on the line. Sparklines are like tiny little charts that sit inside of a cell. We want a small little sparkline for each franchise. The sparkline will compare the box office gross for each movie sequel. This is pretty much the same as what we did with the pivot chart. Now, because we want to represent these 4 cells visually with a single sparkline, we can merge and center. On the Insert tab, inside the Sparklines group, click on Line, drag our mouse across our range, from a visual point of view, this might look better as a column type. By default, the sparkline will assume the minimum value in the data is 0. This will cause a broad variation in the column chart. We can address this issue. On the Sparkline tab, click on Axis, and we want to customize the vertical axis. Value closer to 500 should do the trick. The next franchise also has 4 movie titles. This means we can simply autofill this sparkline. Excel is smart enough to adjust the cell references accordingly. If we try to change the color for this one, both sparklines are affected. We need to ungroup first. If we attempt to autofill again, this is not good, as it will merge 4 rows again when in fact Iron Man only has 3. And just like normal charts and pivot charts, when the data changes, so the Sparkline will automatically update.